band
Yeah.
that's on here every week, so we
Aaron
appreciate her.
Carlin and Brona Lore and so many of you have been so generous.
Okay, what's next?
Wait, I'm thinking of another guy who has been very generous with us.
Jimmy Bowman.
That's who I was thinking of. Jimmy.
I was reading your mind. Okay.
Yeah. Jimmy, thank you very much. I'm a guy who likes to party, stay out late at night. I love those party faces and those pretty party lights. There's another kind of party lights that I can't stand to see. When there's a man in that patrol car and he don't want to party with me. I should have stayed back at your party when the party lights were there. I was by your side on a corner ride, flashing past party nightmare. If I ever make it home tonight, a more careful man I'll be. 'Cause when I see those party lights come on, the party's over for me. Stars and all night bars, but this party isn't real. The only star I see is on his shirt, and the bars are made of steel. Those party lights lit up so bright, just like a Christmas tree. When I see those party lights come on, the party's over for me. I should have stayed back at your party when the party lights were there. I was by your side on a roller coaster, flashing, crashing, party nightmare. If I make it home tonight, the more careful man I'll be. 'Cause when I see those party lights come on, the party's over for me. I see those party lights come on, the party's over for me. No retard. Yeah, all right. Yeah, this tie is all over the place, I tell you. I had a tie clip.
Button your thing there and it won't.
I had a tie clip that Chris Isaac gave me.
Well, where is it?
I don't know. I need to find that. It had little guitars on it, little
Oh, that'd be cute.
musical notes on it and stuff. I met this gal down by the ocean. She let me use her towel in a suntan lotion. But she was swimming toward a lifeguard and paid no attention to me. She started acting faint and a little winded. Then I saw the lifeguard dive on in. And when he pulled her out, I swear that he winked at me. She's a getting mouth to mouth first aid. Good old lifeguard Larry. pulling girls out of the sea. Doing his level best, she's breathing heavy on her chest, but she don't look like she's hurt too bad to me. His mouth-to-mouth resuscitation got him quite a reputation, but it's only pretty girls that have the emergencies. I wish those babes had learned to swim and quit parading around for him. In those sleepy suits, there's not much he don't see. You're getting mouth-to-mouth first aid. A good old lifeguard Larry, he's the expert, pulling girls out of the sea. Doing his level best, she's breathing heavy from her chest, but she don't look like she's hurt too bad to me. Answers trouble calls so quick. The girls pretending to be sick. You got them waiting in line as far as the eye can see. I wish he'd quit picking the flowers and get back up there on his tower and even one of those pretty bathing babes for me. But no, she's getting mouth-to-mouth first aid from good old lifeguard Larry, the expert, pulling girls out of the sea. He's doing his level best. She's breathing heavy from her chest. She don't look like she's hurt too bad to me. She don't look like she's hurt too bad to me. Yo! All right. It's good to see you, baby. It's been a long, long while. We're both a whole lot older and seen a lot of miles, but things are really different now since the good old days. And you've been in some trouble since we went our separate ways. We'll have to say hello maybe some other time instead, 'cause you're wanted by the police and my wife thinks you're dead. Somebody spread the rumor that you had lost your life, 'cause that's the way I heard it and what I told my wife. I hear you showing up again and dog is getting down, and I can see that one of us will have to leave this town. If you think that I want trouble, then you're crazy in your head, 'cause you're wanted by the police and my wife thinks you're dead. Wrote me just up and disappeared. Nobody knew what happened where you've been for all these years. Trouble's what you're looking like, 'cause trouble's where you've been. And I kind of trouble you could get me in. You better pay attention to every word I say, 'cause you're wanted by the police, and my wife thinks you're dead. We got to talk, and I'm faithful to my wife, and I don't ever break the law. I don't know where you're headed for, but I know where you've been. We reminisce, now let's just go our separate ways again. Go find another ex, sweetheart, to hang around instead, 'cause you're wanted by the police, and my wife thinks you're dead. What's that? What's that? Oh my goodness. I said you're wanted by the police, and my wife thinks you're dead. Yo! That's one that did real well for us several million years ago. And people still enjoy it. We still get requests for it. And the video won all kinds of awards and everything. And that was back when videos were just kind of taking off in the early 90s. 1990s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do... we're kind of reaching back, as we do on these live stream shows, because when you're out on the road playing one-nighters for folks, you can pretty much do the same material or the same set with a few changes here and there. But when you're doing these live streams every week, we try and mix it up a little, do some variety, some of the older songs that we've done through the years. Mostly that I've written. I write most of the stuff that we perform here for you. This one goes back to the Get With It album?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah, why am I asking?
I don't know. What song?
Have to go all the way. I've forgotten. It's one of our early albums called I Knew You Was Going, But You Didn't Have to Go All the Way. One for Dan Howard. He requested this. Well, I knew you was going, but you didn't have to go all the way. Right out of my life and into his arms to stay. You got tired of me, but you were supposed to be back someday. I knew you was going, but you didn't have to go all the way. Well, you said you needed time for a little peace of mind. You'd be back in a week or so. Then a week turned into a month or two. Now it's been about a year ago. And all the time I believe you still wanted me, but he was working on you every day. I knew you was going, but you didn't have to go all the way. Well, I knew you was going, but you didn't have to go all the way. Right out of my life and into his arms to stay. You got tired of me, but you were supposed to be back someday. I knew you was going, but you didn't have to go all the way. never was a knowing that you'd ever want to go that far. Now you got a man with a gold wedding band telling everyone how happy you are. If I'd have ever known you were never coming home, I'd have never let you go that day. Yeah, I knew you was going, but you didn't have to go all the way. I knew you was going, but you didn't have to go all the way. Right out of my life and into his arms to stay. You got tired of me, but you were supposed to be back someday. I knew you was going, but you didn't have to go all the way. Yeah, I knew you was going, but you didn't have to go all the way. I think I went all the way with that last little ending there. Yeah. Well, our esteemed computer technician enabler, Matt Riney. We need to come up with an official title for him. He's the one that makes all these live streams possible. We couldn't do it without him, and of course he runs our website and everything, and he's been just a real. We couldn't do what we do either without the live streams or with them without Matt. Did that sound right? No. But we couldn't do anything without him. He's just a real great guy. And thank you, Matt. And he has put on the screen that yes, indeed, was on the Get With It album. Gwit with it, as some people say. Git, as in Guit-Steel. That was our second album. And you record several of these albums, and you sort of forget which goes where, but I was right. It is on that album. Tell you what, let's do a little duet number. This is one we don't do very often. It's an old standard called Loose Talk. Tanya, you ready for a little duet action here?
Depends on what your intro is here.
Okay. I'm just going to go to the 5 and hold that thumb down and hope for the best.
Hang on, boys.
Here we go. Here we go. Can I do that again?
No, overs.
That wasn't too good. Yeah. It's been a few years, folks. That was better. So long we've been married, life's burdens we've carried, though faith kept us humble and made our love true.
But plans that we make up, someone seems to break up. Oh, darling, what else can we do? We
May have to leave here to find peace of mind, dear. Someplace where we can live a life of our own. For I know you love me, and happy we could be if some folks would leave us alone. When I go out walking, there's lots of loose talking. They say that we're leaving and we'll break apart.
But darling, it's not true, 'cause dear, I still love you, and I do with all of my heart.
We may have to leave here to find peace of mind, dear. Someplace where we can live a life of our own. For I know you love me, and happy we could be if some folks would leave us alone. Say that that you're leaving, that you are deceiving, but you tell me they say the same about me.
But we'll show them they're wrong, that loose talk can do harm, and hope that the truth they will see. We may
Have to leave here to find peace of mind, dear, someplace where we can live a life of our own. For I know you love me, and happy we could be if some folks would leave us alone. Still, we may have to leave here to find peace of mind, dear, someplace where we can live a life of our own. For I know you love me, and happy we could be if some folks would leave us alone. All right. Well, I think we deserve a ring of the old cowbell for that old college try. I didn't go to college, but I gave it the old college try. All right.
School of Hard Knocks.
Well, that also, and the Honky Tonk University, the University of Neon Lights. I left school pretty early, high school, didn't graduate. I'm not proud of that, but hey, that's the way it went. And I immediately enrolled in the local honky tonk. And here I am, so what can you say? Well, we promised that we were going to do, we promised that we were going to do some different stuff tonight, and we definitely are. Let's go over to the islands with a beautiful Hawaiian standard song, one of my favorites, called Beyond the Reef. Hawaiian War Chant. Hawaiian War Chant. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. The natives were restless on that one.
That was the Indian War Chant.
Oh, no, there's no, I don't think there's an Indian War Chant.
Oh, there's not?
No, just this is Hawaiian War Chant.
Oh.
We can make one up if you'd like.
Sure.
Oh, no, I don't think we better. I think we better quit while we're not ahead on that. But that was fun doing a couple of Hawaiian tunes. This next one, we're going to keep it kind of in that spirit with one that I wrote. This is one I did with as a duet, steel guitar and vocal duet, something a little different, with the great Leon McAuliffe, writer of the steel guitar rag with Bob Wills back in the early 1930s. And Leon and I got together. And Leon liked this song a lot. And he had his own recording studio, which made it easier to make this happen. We never released this recording. It's still sitting on the shelf somewhere. But someday I think it should be. It's a good song. Leon McAuliffe, Junior Brown, one called the Hillbilly Hula Gal. Here it is. We out in the island with the coconut trees, the pearly shells and the tropical breeze. There's a hillbilly gal from Tennessee, my hillbilly hula gal. She had enough of the hills and me, so she's taking hula lessons in Waikiki. I guess she's right where she wants to be, my hillbilly hula gal. Now she's dancing with the heenies in the island now. Trying to do the hula, but she don't know how. She got the paniolas in her own corral. Feed 'em grits and gravy at the old luau. The bluegrass hills and the mountain dew. Wait till she leaves Honolulu. She better come home like she's supposed to do. My hillbilly hula gal. Now she looks twice as good in a little grass skirt as overalls and a tore-up shirt. But corn don't grow in lava dirt. My hillbilly hula gal. The smiles on the faces of the island boys, 'cause the southern drawl gets a big enjoys. She can't churn butter when she's dipping that poi. My hillbilly hula gal. Now she never used to give a hoot for coconuts or taro root. She's a country girl living in the islands now, trying to get the hula girls to show her how. When she gets through with her fantasy, she come on back to Tennessee. Back with me where she's supposed to be. My hillbilly hula gal. My hillbilly hula gal. Aloha, darling. All right, one for the late, great Leon McCollum. Yes, indeed. Every time I do that song, I can't help but think of Leon. And you know, Leon was responsible for a couple of the little changes that I made to that song. One of them being, when she gets through with her fantasy, she'll come on back to Tennessee. Well, I used to sing, when she gets through with this fantasy. No. Leon changed that, and forever it's been changed. So little things like that, other people always bring to your music, and you take a little bit from wherever you can get it, as most musicians do. Especially for a place to crash and maybe a few groceries. But brum. Need a little drum roll there. Brum. Yeah, thank you. All right. You know what they call a guitar player without a girlfriend, right? Homeless. That's right.
That's old.
It's old. No, there's some people out there that, oh, I've heard that. Some of them are like, oh, I had never heard that. That's funny. Well, are you? No, you're not quite ready for that one.
I see some more up there.
You see some more before we? Okay, we could do that. Let's do that one. Is another one that we don't do very often. I wrote this one for the. I think it's for the Semi Crazy album. So Matt, you straighten me out. Tell me if I'm right. Darling, I'll do almost anything you say. Actually, it's darling, I'll do anything you say.
I like that better.
Well, I like to put a little little Santa Claus in there. You ever heard of Santa Claus? It comes around at Christmas time. Yeah. Ho-ho.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you. We had a drummer. We played in Tomball, Texas, about a month ago, 3 weeks, something like that. And I would do these little stupid jokes, and I would expect that little, brum, you know, like Henny Youngman, you know. And I'd look back at him, and he'd be just like,
what?
This perplexed look on his face. Oh, this is a show. Oh, okay. All right.
Are we tipping? Wait a minute.
Well, we better be tipping.
Yeah, we need to be tipping.
Tipping is not a city or a province in China, ladies and gentlemen. It is an act of goodwill on your part to show that you appreciate this performance that we're doing here. Go ahead and tell them how to do it, Tanya.
The link is in the chat.
The link is in the chat. Hi-oh, the Dario.
Or Venmo.
PayPal or Venmo, she said.
It's real easy. Don't make it harder than what it is.
Some people have trouble doing it.
I know.
Why don't you talk them through it, Tanya?
I don't know how. Matt would have to do that.
Matt, well, you
But
can.
there's a link there. Just click on the link, and if you have PayPal or Venmo, it's pretty easy.
And if they have trouble, Matt can help them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see on the screen that it says Semi-Crazy Album, so I write twice about that. I write them, but I don't always remember them. And I don't always remember what album they go on, but I think we're going to remember this one. It's a good one. We've argued till we both turned blue, and both our throats were sore, and we built a wall of pride that turned our battles into war. One of us will have to give, or there'll be nothing left to save. So darling, I'll do anything you say. There's a method to my madness when I'm putty in your hands, 'cause I want a little sugar, so your wish is my command. I'll let you win, so I won't lose, and let you get away. And darling, I'll do anything you say. Darling, I'll do anything you say. And you'll never have to worry about having your own way. You can boss me around, and baby, it's okay. And darling, I'll do anything you say. I'd rather lose an argument than lose your love for good, 'cause a nice guy gets more kissing than any sparring partner could. So if it's time for this old tiger to put his claws away, then darling, I'll do almost anything you say. Darling, I'll do anything you say, and you'll never have to worry about having your own way. You can boss me around, and baby, it's okay. 'Cause darling, I'll do anything you say. Yes, darling, I'll do anything you say. Well, that was pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Yeah, well, that's been a while since we did that. I think we pulled it out a few weeks ago and tried it, and promptly put it back in the vault. But we pulled it out again, and hope you enjoyed that one. Well, right now, I think you're going to just keep stalling. But I'll tell you what I've been leading up to. We got a special surprise, a song that I started writing. I started writing this for Tanya 30 years ago. A drink of water. She's getting a drink of water. We never get a drink of water. In fact, the other night when we played at the Mineshaft Tavern for 100 people, that's the max they could get in there. And it was, of course, outside all these rules you have to have in order to do it. It can't be advertised as a live show. It has to be advertised as a dinner show with a donation, all these rules, not allowed to pay a cover charge, so you call it a donation. But either way, we got paid, which is great, and we had Well, it sold out within an hour. Yeah, we had a full house. And, of course, they were up on their feet, just so starved for some live entertainment. And of course, we're starved to play for folks, too. So it was a mutual thrill for the audience and for us. And they all jump up, no masks or anything, and they're just like right next to each other, just standing ovation. It was great. Everybody in the house, or the tent, I should say, outside, standing up. Tanya leans over at me in my ear and she says, "So much for social distancing." and then of course we were told that we had to tell them to put their masks on and sit down and settle down. So we did that, but we still had a great time. After the show was over, I met another club owner who said he was interested in trying the same thing at his club. And he came up and he was impressed that we did the whole 2 hours without ever drinking any water. Well, that's taking a break.
That's
yeah.
what we're used to anyway.
Yeah, it's a concert, and you don't see the London Philharmonic up there with bottles of water. I mean, I don't want to knock anybody because everybody does it, but it's always been something that I have thought was somewhat unprofessional to drink water, unless it's an emergency. You have something.
It was an emergency.
Yeah, you're forgiven for the emergency, and this is kind of a loose sort of thing that we're having fun with. But to answer Rich's question about why we don't ever drink water, that's it. We don't. You see people up, the thought comes to mind, some of the Beatles or someone on Ed Sullivan show, John Lennon, well, just a minute. He goes, he gets a drink of water. Of course, that was only...
In fairness, they only did one song.
They only did, two, okay. But I'm just saying, you just had to say that, didn't you?
I did.
Okay. Well, anyway, now that I've dug myself into that, I think I'll have a drink of water.
Now stop.
No. Another thing that bugs me is when they get out there before the show and they start playing every little lick they know, kind of, drummers doing drum rolls and this and that.
Who turned your crank?
Oh, I'm just sort of letting it all hang out here.
I guess.
The guitar player's playing all his licks. No, dude, just do that at the sound check. You come out on stage and you play your music. Don't do it. Don't show off your licks. Put your licks into your music and do it that way. So there's always been little things that we have done quite a bit different than, because we're kind of old school, I guess you'd call it.
They're just old.
Old. Okay, we're just old. Would you like to do Letters Have No Arms?
No.
No, you wouldn't?
No.
Would you like to do, are you geared up for that?
I thought you were going to do Hung It Up.
You just said to do Hung It Up. I never said I was going to do Hung It Up.
I think you should.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, will you do your song after that?
Oh, I might.
Okay.
It took him 20 years.
30.
30. You keep saying 30.
Yeah, Jonestown, it was 30 years ago.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it was a song that was written 30 years ago.
For you.
And it's taken me 25 years to learn all the words to it.
Well,
It's got a lot of words.
I'd say 30 because you just got done with it today.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it's taken her a good 30. and then
it's a timeless song. It's still good. It's
timeless.
a great song.
Does that mean we write it
timeless.
and then put off playing it forever?
That's perfect.
Timeless.
Okay, come on, hung it up.
All right. Will you do it right after this?
No, but that'll be good.
Would you?
I'll
Would
do
you
it
please?
at some point.
See what I go through. We work.
It's hard.
I know it's going to be hard, and I don't want to put you on the spot with it, but I'm just kind of chomping at the bit to do it. So,
It is a good song.
all right, here we go. I used to drink. I used to smoke. I used to be a troublemaker, man. It ain't no joke. I hung it up. I hung it up. Well, I hung it up, baby, 'cause I'm getting hung up on you. right up, girl. I want to talk to you. Hung it. Get up, baby, cause I'm getting hung up on you. Picture from a high school book, hung it on my wall so I can always take a look. I hung it up. Hung it up. Well, I hung up your picture cause I'm getting hung up on you. Got my car for a Sunday drive and for a fence watching you walk by. Hung it up. Hung it up. Hung up the car cause I'm getting hung up on you. Hey! In the river, I snagged my line, hung up on the stump cause you was on my mind. I hung it up. Hung it up, baby, cause I'm getting hung up on you. Getting hung up on you. I can't hit the note. You. Somewhere down there. Sometimes I can hit it, sometimes I can't. Well, you get the idea anyway. Oh, my goodness. You had to request that one. Well, it wasn't so much a request, it was a demand. So,
Oh, and I'll do anything you say.
We're answering. There you go. There you go. We're answering our. This is the demand line. We're answering demands. Okay. Now, is it time?
I'm out of breath.
See what I go
How
through.
about warm me out?
Oh, come on. You can do it. You can do it.
Let's slow her down a little
one
bit.
more. Okay.
Yeah, let's slow her down.
Let
Gotta go. It's time.
let it. Oh boy. More water.
Water boy.
Let's have some. Lettuce has no arms. Let chicken have no teeth. No. What? No. Something else. All right. We've survived the storms of life.
Oh, well, we have, haven't we?
Haven't we? Well, we have. Why does this thing keep slipping? How about what?
Oh, never mind. That's good.
Okay. I was like, I'm going like this, and I hear this. How about?
I was just thinking out of our minds.
Oh, all right. You want to do that?
George
then?
and Melba. We hadn't done that in 100
Do you want to do that?
We'll see.
Do you want to do it now? Well, let's do it. It kind of starts the same way. We said our goodbyes long ago. There we go. Applause. Never thinking we'd miss each other so. All the memories we can't leave behind. Oh, we must have been out of our minds.
I thought I loved another, not you.
How foolish, I felt the same too. They both turned out to be the wrong kind. Oh, we must have been out of our minds. Let's forgive and forget the past we know,
And reap
together the wild seeds we've sown. Surely they can forgive us and find that we must have been out of our minds.
I thought I loved another, not you.
How foolish, I felt the same too. They both turned out to be the wrong kind. Oh, we must have been out of our minds. Yes, we must have been out of our minds. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Haven't done that in a long time either.
That was made popular by our good friend George Jones, who I never met Melba Montgomery. I think she's still around. But great artists, both of them. And I remember we were over at George Jones's house one time filming a video, the video where I played the part of the cop, the sheriff arresting George as he's escaping the house on a lawn tractor. And we had a ball that day, spent all day out there. And little Jimmy Dickens was also out there with us. And I remember after it was all over, we went into the living room there with George and Nancy, his wife. And George looks over at me and he said, "Junior, you really done it with that highway patrol. I got a star on my car and a one on my chest, a gun on my headband, a right to arrest. I'm a guy who's a boss on this highway, so watch out what you're doing when you're driving my way. If you break the law, you'll hear from me. I know I'm working for the state. I'm a highway patrol." You'll know me when you see me, 'cause my door's painted white, my siren are screaming and my flashing red light. I work all day and I work all night, just a keeping law and order, trying to do what's right. When I write you out a ticket, you better drive slow. I'm just doing my job. I'm the highway patrol. I'm a highway patrol, the highway patrol. My hours are long and my pay is low, but I'll do my best to keep you driving slow. Just doing my job. I'm the highway patrol. Too fast, I like you shouldn't do. You can bet your boots I'm coming after you. If you wanna race, then get on a racetrack, or if you try to run away, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm here to keep all the speeders driving slow, just a doing my job. I'm the highway patrol. Yeah, I'm a highway patrol, the highway patrol. My hours are long and my pay is low, but I'll do my best to keep you driving slow, just a doing my job. I'm the highway patrol. I'm just a doing my job. I'm a highway patrol. I'm a highway patrol. There we do. We got it right there. Highway patrol. By request for John Lumbra. We're still answering that one request that he gave us. Because he was so generous, and I'll never forget how kind he was to request that. All right. So, are you ready to try that song now? Come on. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Come on. When? One more?
No. Yeah, one more.
One more and you'll do it. See what I go through, folks? I just can't believe it. Yeah. She treats me fair and I never let her down. She treats me fair and I never let her down. She's the gal from Oklahoma, they call her Tanya Ray Brown. She's the sweetest little gal from Shelter to Brush Hill. She's the sweetest little gal from Shelter to Brush Hill. I'm proud to be her man, and I know I always will. She comes from Oklahoma where the grass grows high. I'm gonna stay with her till the day that I die, till the day that I die, till the day that I die. With a gal from Oklahoma till the day I die. Oodaloo, oodaloo. Some whistle blowing by old 75. It's Highway 75. I hear a lonesome whistle blowing by old 75. It reminds me of my darling where she always lived her life. She comes from Oklahoma where the grass grows high. I'm gonna stay with her till the day that I die, till the day that I die, till the day that I die, with a gal from Oklahoma till the day I die. Oodaloo, oodaloo. She comes from Oklahoma where the grass grows high. I'm gonna stay with her till the day that I die, till the day that I die, till the day that I die. With a gal from Oklahoma till the day I die. Oodaloo. It did it again. Oodaloo, oodaloo. Well, I must be getting too old to pull off that one. I don't know. That yodeling. I'll get her going for a second, and then she just drops into overdrive. I think I'm getting a little slippage there in the old vocal cords, but probably because my voice is a bit out of shape. I have not been doing live shows enough anyway, so that may explain that. But you get the idea of the song.
You something off the new album, the one that.
No.
No.
You said one more.
No.
You said one more, and now we're gonna do it.
No, I don't think so.
You look on the screen. You can do it, Tanya.
Be quiet, Matt. Nobody pulled your chain out there.
Come on, give it a shot.
Nah, I'm good.
One more?
One more.
One more, and you promise you'll do
No,
it?
I'm not making any promises. Ah.
If you mess it up a little, nobody's going to care. But I want to hear the song. I worked on it all morning. We got to do it. Okay. What's the one off the new album?
Whatever one you want.
Whatever one I want. Okay. Honky tonk burned down. Another honky tonk burned down. Just a joint I used to hang around. I sang and played that old honky tonk sound. While lonely people poured their troubles down. A lot of memories came and went. A lot of younger days got spent. But when the folks stopped coming round, another honky tonk burned down. Well, I spent my youth cutting my first tooth in a honky tonk downtown. Traveled near and far, played every honky tonk bar, miles and miles and miles around. I was trying to learn, I had time to burn, and the honky tonk music in my soul. The honky tonks are coming down, ain't too many left around, and it don't look like they're building anymore. Another honky tonk burned down. They're stomping out my old stomping ground. I sang and played that old honky tonk sound. While lonely people poured their troubles down, a lot of memories came and went. The younger days got spent, and the folks stopped coming round. Another honky tonk burned down. Burn it down. Yeah. Built too well, it had an old musty smell and a honky tonk hardwood floor. Folks would come to drink and dance, get rowdy and romance. Tomorrow they'd be back to get some more. Whether just a country inn or a hotbed of sin, you gotta knock the whole place down with just a shove. Somebody finally lit a match, now it's just a pile of trash, but it's where I heard the music that I love. Honky tonk burned down, a cardboard Carnegie Hall hung around. I sang and played that old honky tonk sound. While lonely people poured their troubles down, a lot of memories came and went. The younger days got spent when the folks stopped coming around. Another honky tonk burned down. I threw you off, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. I've been feeling a brand new spring in my step. It's the latest thing and it's the best thing yet. It's the smile that I ain't had in such a long while. It's cool, it's neat, it's the latest craze, and there's nothing in the forecast except bright sunny days. The blues are out and sunshine's back in style. Stormy weather will no longer be the sign of
That wasn't so bad, was
Oh, it
it?
was rough.
No, I'll tell you what. Look what he said on there. He said, amazing. That's what Matt thinks. See?
Tip
Yeah.
Matt.
You can't beat that. Can't beat that with a stick. That's good. 30 years in the making, folks.
Oh my goodness.
And that's the final product. Kidding. Just kidding.
I'll take care of you later.
Ah! Oh, boy.
All right, I survived it.
I thought it was quite good.
Well.
I think there was maybe a little part of the lyrics missing, or was that a repeat thing? I'm so glad I got you. Did that
Yeah,
one twice. But did you do the other one?
No, I didn't do the other one. My friends all say you're my kind of guy.
We
I
left
missed that
part
one.
out. Well, let's do a little.
No,
of that.
let's don't.
My friends all say you're my kind of guy, 'cause you put the sparkle right back in my eye. Yeah.
The blue, okay.
Except
I'll get
for
that.
that.
Next week.
Yeah. Picture it done with that in there. Okay. Cut and paste. Cut and paste,
goodness.
folks. No, that was a valiant attempt. Oh, man.
You're just cruising.
I'm just cruising. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Oh. Well, it's better than getting whacked on the head. You notice, friends, I whacked all my hair off, and there's
oh
a
my
reason.
goodness! Put your hat back on.
There's a reason I had to do that. I was up in the attic spraying this stuff. It's called good stuff or great stuff, and it's this spray foam stuff, and it's just really kind of nasty stuff. It works great for insulation, but I was up in this cramped attic spraying the peak. The roof has a peaked roof, trying to get it into that peak area where there was sunlight shining through. And this stuff came down. I was wearing a hat, but it didn't seem to matter. It just got under the hat and all in my hair, and it was just like glue. It's a very strong polymer, plastic something or other, and I came in and got some paint thinner and managed to get it off of my forehead just enough to where, and I could find a barbershop that was open. I almost had to shave my head. But what was really funny was I went down and talked to the mailman before before I went to town, and this stuff is sort of yellowish white, and it was like it's sort of like some sort of a weird hair foam or something. Like he kept looking up at the top of my head, when they're not looking you in the eye, they're above. It's either you've got something wrong with a hair transplant or where that's sewn in and your eye goes right to that, or some sort of a bad toupee. In this case, it was spray foam. I didn't say a word. I wasn't going to tell him, but I'll never forget those eyes checking out my strange hairdo. And so anyway, a few more weeks and it'll probably look the same. But hair
and
grows back.
speaking of 2 weeks, it'll be
Yes.
the 19th before we see you all again.
Be 2 weeks, so tip right now while you can. Tip a lot. We need it. We need to get very tipsy with your tips. Venmo or PayPal, and it's right there on your screen.
And you all have been such a blessing to
chat.
us, and we appreciate it so much.
Yes, we appreciate it. It says the chat area. It's where you do the chatting.
Mm-hmm.
And
There'll be a link there.
you do the
Click on the
chat.
link.
You do the chat, and we'll chew the fat. Whatever that means. But we live off of that. It's how we make our living now. And we thank you very much again.
Surf, I think we're about out of time.
Are we already?
Yes.
Where has the time gone? Well, I know where it's gone. Some
Y'all have a safe
silly stories.
Labor Day weekend.
Yes, be very
Be
safe.
safe. We love you all.
Yes, we do, and we appreciate you very much. Should we show them the poster real quick? The top
Oh, they've
tipper?
seen it.
The top, well, let's show them again.
Okay. You could give away one of those copies of your painting that you did of the old truck.
Well, I've been giving those from time
You
to
have?
time, yeah.
Okay.
Whether people want it or not.
Actually, it was pretty good.
You
did a good job.
There's nothing worse than getting a bunch of stuff in the mail that you don't want. But maybe we'll send along one of those too. This is, can you see that? It's a poster from the junior high album many years ago on Curb Records. MCG Curb, that is. The short-lived MCG Curb label. And that and the most recent album called Deep in the Heart of Me. I will show you one of those as well. Find it. It's got to be here. Here it is. Okay. So the top tipper will get that, and since Tanya has already committed to telling you, having me send you a reproduction, sort of a, what would you call that, scanned copy of an old truck that I painted. And I've got a picture of that too.
Somewhere.
Okay? The old truck in the field. Outstanding in its field. And that's where I saw it, outstanding in the field. So, yeah, the top tipper will get those 3 items. So tip generously. And I think it's time to go surfing. Cowboys can surf. Looks like the beginning of the Flying Nun show. No, I'm trying to stay on that surfboard. Este es el corrido del caballo blanco y no día domingo feliz arrancará. Iba con la vida de llegar al norte habiendo salido de tierra amarilla. Su noble jinete le quitó la rienda, le quitó la silla, se fue a puro pelo. Luzo como rayo, tierras margaritas, entre ceros verdes y el azul del cielo. Llegó hasta Hermosillo y dio vaca porca, y por Peñasco y por Mexicali sintió que murió. Subió paso a paso por la Roma Rosa, llega a Tijuana con la luz del día. Cumplida su hazaña llegó a Rosarito y no quiso echar siesta en el Salvador. Este fue el corrido del caballo blanco y es ahí un domingo de tierra amarilla. El corrido del caballo blanco. I heard that song on the radio, And it was a local New Mexico station, with featuring New Mexico music. And they had taken that old standard, El Caballo Blanco, and they had put all the other name places in there. Instead of Mexico, they had New Mexico names. That's why I was trying to insert Peñasco, Tierra Amarilla, and other places here in New Mexico into the song, and you can tell I didn't do very well at that. But that's
It was a valiant effort,
yes.
as someone said earlier.
Call me Prince Valiant. But it was, it makes it kind of more of a local thing, which I enjoy a lot. So, I just, Matt, can we play one more? We got to play one more. I've been walking through the barnyard, and I got it all over my shoes. I've been walking through the barnyard, and I got it all over my shoes. I got a John Deere tractor, and I got a big old bag of beech nut chew. Now I'm just laid back in the country, just a playing on my Guit-Steel. That's Guit-Steel. That's the Git, that's the steel. And it's the only thing I know to do. Yeah, I'm just a playing on my Guit-Steel, 'cause that's the only thing I know to do. I might be down in the country, baby, but I can get just as wild as you city folks do. next time you come down from that big city, baby, I'm gonna show you what a country boy can do. I'm gonna show you what a country boy can do. I might be down in the country, but I can get just as wild as you want me to. Hey, Guit-Steel blues, yeah. That's all the time we got, folks. We will see you in 2 weeks, the 19th of September, Saturday night. We thank you. Tanya Ray Brown, Junior Brown here. Adios. Good night.